Hi guys, so this video is a little different from what I usually do. It's not going to be music in itself, but it's going to be answers about my life as a singer and the music industry. And well, basically, I'm answering all of your questions because I put a little question box in my stories a couple of days ago, and now I got all of your questions just in front of me, and I'm gonna go one by one and answer them all. So let's get started. The first question that I received is in fact very good. Um, it's, do you have a manager in order to do music full time? So the answer is no, I don't have a manager. I'm actually looking for one. They are very rare. It's a very rare species. Okay. But yeah, I would love to have a manager, but I think I have a very good ability to manage myself. Like I'm very good at putting some tasks, like to-do lists and just going through. I've been doing this for a couple of years now, and I think I know what, like, I'm learning every day. Of course, we never really know what to do in this job. Like, a singer, songwriter, anything that is artistic, I think that nobody's going to tell you how to do your job because there's no such thing as just one way to do it. So I have to put some goals, and the task that I'm doing every day is the one that is the most urgent. Basically, that's it. But my to-do list is like never ending. Like, oh, I have to create some content like for my last song, but I also have a new song that I have to finish recording before this date so that I can send it to the distribution company so that it's going to be on Spotify on time, whatever. So there's always like a lot of tasks that I don't talk about. And basically, yeah, I'm just doing the one that is most urgent. And I think that's what a manager is doing too. The manager is basically telling his or her artist, hey, do that, do that. And I have a couple of friends, artist friends that have managers, and they told me that basically they're just telling them, hey, you should do some reels, TikTok videos, just do some content. So I'm just being inspired by them. So no, long story short, I don't have a manager. I would love to. Maybe it would remove some, stress in my mind, but maybe no. I don't know. Okay, next question. What is your home country? So I am from Canada and my state is Quebec. So my first language is French and my second is English. I live in Montreal. This is a bilingual city. So half of my friends and also clients and people I work with, half of them are French, half of them are Anglophones. So those are the two languages that we speak in Canada, especially in Quebec. And then, okay, so the four next questions are about the same. Is like, are you in a relationship? If so, who is it? You really deserve it. The other one is, are you single? And then another one, a repeated question, are you single? And then another one, someone told me, when do you plan to marry someone and your ambitions in life ahead? So that's like two questions. So for the single thing and the relationship thing, I am in the relationship. It's been 3 years already. My boyfriend is not in the music industry and he doesn't want to be in my stories or pictures or whatever. So we are really private, and it's going well. We're not married, not engaged, but we live together, and yeah, so that's it. And it's the first time that I don't have a boyfriend that is. It's the first time that I have a boyfriend that is not working in the music industry. And it's very nice. It's very refreshing. We get to talk about other stuff. My other boyfriends, we were talking exclusively about music. So I think it's better for my mental health to just sometimes talk about other stuff. So yeah, and the other question, when are you coming to Lyon? So tu viens quand à Lyon? The question was in French. Lyon is a city in France. So I mean, I would love to come. J'aimerais vraiment ça y aller bientôt. My next song is going to be in French. Alors, la prochaine chanson va être en français. J'espère vraiment pouvoir l'amener de l'autre côté de l'océan en France. So, yeah. Okay, so next questions. So, what is your most beautiful or most memorable performance? Um, I got many of them, but I think the greatest was when I was 15 years old. I sang at the Montreal International Jazz Festival, on the biggest stage. So like there are a couple of stages in the festival, and there's one that is really huge, and I think 10,000 people or maybe 20,000 people can like watch the show in front of it, and it was full. Like I just did two songs, but I it's the first time that I had a band, and I was the lead singer. It was amazing, and it just really, how can I say, I had so much fun. I was not even stressed, and I did very well. Like I still have the video of my performance, and it was great. And the next day, a journalist from La Presse, so it's a very popular journal in Montreal, he wrote my name as a name to remember that we should look out. So that was very, very nice. So yeah, that was my most memorable performance, and it really confirmed that that's what I wanted to do in life, basically. And then, are these my real teeth? Yes. So that's very funny. That's a funny question. I had braces though when I was in high school for 2 years and a half. So this smile is a very expensive one. There's a lot of pain and money behind this. And I am obsessed about brushing my teeth. Um, and yeah, the dentist always say that I have amazing teeth. So I'm really, really proud. And yeah. And the other question, do you have concerts during the holiday season? If so, where and when? I don't. I don't have any concerts planned. I'm going on vacation in Cuba with my boyfriend, and then I'm just going to take it really smooth. I stopped teaching also because I have my private business of vocal coaching and piano lessons. So I'm going to stop I'm not going to teach for a month. And so I'm really going to just relax, enjoy the end of the year, finish some songs. I hope so. And yeah, I'll be ready and in shape for the beginning of the new year. I'm also looking for a booker for shows because I think it's very hard to book interesting shows when you're alone. Um, but I've been told that it's labels that usually book you. So if there's a label that would like to do my booking, I'd like to sign with you. um, and what are your plans and goals for 2024? So my plans, I want to release I want to release many songs. I'd like to have an EP of French songs. So a French project because I write in English and in French, but I've never released a lot of songs in French. I'd like to just focus on that so I really have something that fits together in this language. So I'm working on a French EP, but I'm also working on some collaborations with other music producers in English as well. So, and I also have songs in English. So I want to do more of both, basically. I want to release music, even more. So this year I've only released 3 songs. Well, two and then another in December. I mean, it's good. It's very good. I'd like to release a little more. And I would like to do more shows of my original stuff. And yeah, basically, those would be my goals. And still, I'm very proud of this year. It's the year that I've really learned how to have a good balance in my life. Like my sleep schedule is very great. I eat well, I exercise, I manage to see my friends. I I mean, my coaching schedule, I have a little less students, but the quality is very good. I love each and every one of them. And it was a choice. I took a little less, but still it's a lot. I teach a lot. But I have more time to do my original music. So basically, I'm very proud of this year because I've managed to have a good balance in my life and I'm not as stressed as I was before. So I just want to keep on with that. All right. Next page of questions because it's like different pages. Are you in Quebec? Yes, I am. Okay. Next question. Next question. Who would you like to make music with? So there are a lot of people. My idol is Charlie Puth. I absolutely love him. He's such a good music producer, singer, songwriter. He's a good pianist, and he seems to be very funny. So Charlie Puth, if you ever see this, I would like to make music with you. Also Mark Ronson, but those are like I don't think I'm ever gonna meet these guys, but they are my idols. And but yeah, I would like to make music with more female producers in Montreal. So um if you want to hang out, if you want to make a beat, I'd like to. Yeah, so I'd like to collaborate more with music producers and make beats with other people as well, and just so that we can learn from each other. Okay, we're halfway down to the questions. Um, so when your new song is going to air? So my next song is going to be available in December. I'm releasing it with a French label. They are called Nous Sans Eux. And yeah, they are making an album with a lot of different artists, and I'm one of them. So I don't have the exact date. I think it's in the middle of December. Check out my social media. I'm going to announce it really, really soon. Okay, another good question. What is the biggest source of motivation in your life? That's such a great one. Um, I think it's just that I know that life wouldn't be like, how can I say that? I don't think I could live without music. So I think a lot of people cannot, are like me, you know? There's not one day that I don't listen to music. There's not one day that I don't at least hum a little. If I don't sing, because sometimes I don't sing because I want to preserve my voice, because I sing so much, like so much, all the time. So, but I mean, singing helps me so much. Or sometimes when I don't feel good, just sitting on the piano and jamming, creating. So, yeah, my biggest source of motivation is just that music is necessary. It is like arts in general are essential in the world. So, I think I'm able to do it, so I have to do it. I have to do it. It's not everybody that can do it. So, during the pandemic, when everything closed and my tour has been canceled, everything has been canceled, I was really, really depressed. Um, I thought of changing career for real. I thought about, okay, maybe I could become a teacher, you know, a French teacher. I'm good at writing. And then I was like, whoa, no, no, no. I'm not going to be able to wake up in the morning if I don't do music. So yeah, I think it's music is a therapy. When I'm giving a singing class, I know that my student is happier at the end of the class every single time it happens. When I do a show, I know that the people in the audience are happier after the performance. I am happier because singing is just so good for my, I mean, the breathing, really, like scientifically, it helps so much. And also, I mean, I'm bringing joy to people, they bring me joy. It's a very, very nice feeling. So I feel better after a show, they feel better after the show. Even when I do like at home concerts, live streaming, and stuff, and I got comments in the chat, I feel happy. Like I know that people are happy and they are connecting with me, even if it's online. When I produce a song and then I release it, there's just such a great feeling of achievement, you know? So, yeah, biggest source of motivation in my life would be that I need to do it so that people around me and myself can have some joy, because there's so much bad things happening right now. If we don't have music, it wouldn't make any sense. Then, are you happy today? I am. And I was also the day that you posted the question. So yeah, I'm very happy these days. Life is good. Life is relaxed. I mean, I have some stresses, but nothing too big. So yeah, it's very good. Then, how did you become a full-time artist? I mean, if giving singing classes is part of being an artist, yes, I am full-time artist. I am not a full-time artist in the mean of I don't only write songs all day long and sing all day long. But I do, like, the only other thing that I do is giving singing classes or piano classes or musical theory classes one on one. Not to kids, like like most of my students are adults. So yeah, I think so that's what I do. So yes, I am in my studio all day, so I could consider myself being a full-time artist. How did I become that? I mean, I did all the steps that I think someone should do. Like I started taking piano classes at 8 years old. Then I took singing classes starting 12 when I was 12 years old. After high school, I did my studies in music and jazz singing and pop singing. I graduated, and then I just applied, you know. I had some demos that I did in college because we had studio classes. So when I finished my studies, I had a lot of demos, so that was good. And then I just applied like you would apply to any job. I just found some like show bands that were looking for singers. I applied. I got accepted. I went on tour with them. I did that a couple of years. Then gradually I started writing songs on my own, and then I started booking my shows on my own, and then that's it. I've always been teaching since I'm 14 years old. That was always my side job. I started in musical school, like music schools, near my house. The school that I was taking my classes, they wanted an extra teacher for the kids for musical theory on Saturday mornings. So I started like that, and when I was in college, the owner of the school, she asked me to have my own private singing students. So she just sent it my way. And then because I had a space, I said, "Oh, why not put some, some some advertisement of my singing lessons at home?" And then I got a few students on my own, and then so teaching always was my side job so I was teaching and then doing some shows, and then studio gigs also arrived, and building my social media really helped as well, being just more like known around in the industry. So people reach out to me, "Hey, I need vocals for this single. I need a back vocals. Can you make them?" Yes, I have all the equipment. So yes, like little by little, you just become more and more good at what you do, and you have more and more skills and knowledge, and you can offer more services. I think music is very great because there's a lot of services that you can offer. I mean, dancers or painters, I think it might be harder for them. But us musicians, like, we can do so many stuff. I can do a little cocktail jazz lounge gig, but I can also do a pop dancey show, and then I can do my original stuff. Then I could write music for films or publicity. I could write music for someone else. I could give lessons, and it's very popular because people like music. They want to learn how to sing, how to play piano, how to whatever. So I think there's a lot of ways to have a career in music, but I think you need many things, not just one thing, because sometimes one thing is down, but at least you have the other stuffs going on. So yeah. Um, when will you love to come to Milan and let's do a song together? Ooh, well, Milan, anytime, anytime. And about the song, well, it's just DM me and we'll talk more about it. So, do you have another question? Do you have many songs that are ready for the next months or even the next year or an album? They are not ready. They are written. I got the lyrics, I got the melodies, I got the chords, everything's written, but I have to do the whole productions. I have to record all the vocals. But so yeah, so that no, that's not ready. Um so I mean, I'm going to work on that in 2024. I don't know if I'm going to release an album. I might release a lot of singles and then they would merge into an album. You know, you release one single, then 2 months later, another one. Then it merges with the previous one. 2 months later, a third one. Whoop, it merges. Silk Sonic, the band of Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak, they did that for their album. And I thought it was so smart. I might do the same thing. So yeah, I think that was it. Last page of questions. Okay, next question. How do you determine workflow with all the things you do? So that's a little bit what I talked about when I was talking about having a manager or not. I kind of have a to-do list. It's in my head, or sometimes I write it down when I'm a little lost. And I really go with the most urgent thing. So if there's a song that someone is waiting for me, I have to record my vocals. Okay, well, I just do it. And I recently changed my teaching schedule and it really helped. Since September, I'm teaching a little bit in the morning. Then I give myself a big break in the afternoon, like a 3 or 4 hours break. And then I teach at night, but I don't go past 8:30 p.m. So I might be able to work a little after, but I try not to work after 8:30 p.m. So the afternoon break is very nice because I have 3 or 4 hours and I am already in my studio and I can just grab a lunch, come back here, record some vocals or some work a little bit on my music productions or film a little thing like this for social media content. So there's a lot of tasks that need to be done, and so I'm never bored. There's always something to do, and so yeah, I just go with the thing that I feel like doing, and also what has to be done ASAP. Yeah, so that's basically it. How is next question? How is the experience of the stages singing? I don't exactly understand what angle you mean in this question. I have done about 300 or 400 shows in my life. At least 300 since the last 7-8 years. I've been in a lot of bands, so I was not singing my songs. I was just hired as a singer. They were telling me what song to sing. And that's been a very nice experience because I've been challenged to sing a lot of songs that I wouldn't sing in my normal life. I've been asked to sing rock, country, um, pop, of course, all types of pop music. But like especially rock and country, these type of musics are so far from what I listened to as a child, as a teenager, during my studies. It's very far. But I learned a lot of great tips, like vocal technique tips, and then when I did my album, those were not stage experience, but I really learned how to create my sound, and that's another thing. But yeah, I think stage experience is the best. Like that's why when I finished my studies, I got a contract in Malaysia, in Kuala Lumpur. So that's in Asia, for a 3 months contract with a girl band. So we were five singers, five girls, lead singers, and the contract was to sing 6 nights a week for 3 months and 3 hours each night. So it was 3 sets of 1 hour. We had a little 20 minutes break in between, 6 nights a week, 3 months. So it was around 80 shows, like in a really short period of time. And I did that right after my college degree. So I really felt I needed the experience. Like physically, singing is very different from all the other instruments. Like you cannot be prepared. You don't know what it's like at school. You cannot prepare for that. You cannot practice at home. You have to do a lot of shows, and this is your practice. So a lot of shows were not as good, not that good, but I mean, at the end of the contract, I was so much better at the first shows, and then I got another band, and then we were doing about 60 shows a year with this band for 2 years, traveling around the world, and the big shows, a lot of choreographies. So I had to dance, I had to sing at the same time. I even in that show I had costume changes, so it was really a good experience because you're like catching your breath, but you have to hold your notes. So how do you do that? So there's a lot of stuff that I couldn't practice at home, except if I was running on a treadmill. I think Beyonce does that or did that. I didn't do that in my training at home or at school. So yeah, I really got it with all these shows. And then I got like other gigs closer to home, a little more relaxed, and but still all that big experience in my early 20s really helped. And now I'm not scared of anything. Like, I mean, a show is not, I mean, I'm gonna have a little stress before a show, but not that much. So that really helps. You have to practice to make perfect, and I think in music we're never perfect, so we have to practice all of our lives. Do you have a new song for Christmas? Next question. Okay, so that's a good question. I'm actually working with another musician, and we might come up with something. I think it's going to be ready. I hope so. So yeah, stay tuned. Stay tuned. My favorite DJ. Oh my God. Okay, I'm very bad at names, but I think what is their names? Let me check. Because I listen to a lot of tracks by many producers, DJs, and stuff. Yeah. So they are called Purple Disco Machine. Love them. Love them. They are so good. Yeah. Purple Disco Machine. I love everything they do. All the remixes that they do are awesome. It's like new disco. I love them. What is your favorite Disney character? This is a cute question. My favorite Disney character when I was a child was Esmeralda from Le Bossu de Notre Dame. So I don't know what is the name in English, but you know, let me check. Le bossu de Notre-Dame. Because I mean, I was listening to my Disney movies in French when I was a child.
The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Yeah. So the girl in it, Esmeralda. She was my favorite because she wasn't a princess. She was poor, but she was so badass. So badass. So I really related to her because I'm not from a rich background. I'm in fact from a poor background, and my mom is a fighter. She's a badass, and I'm trying to be a badass too, and just so generous with other people and wanting to help so much. Yeah, Esmeralda is just the greatest. How long have you been singing? So I think I've been singing since I'm able to talk. I think so. My early memories come up are from when I was 6, 7 years old. I was singing in front of my friends and eventually in front of my mom and my dad. I was a little shy in front of my parents. It was mostly my friends and just by myself. But yeah, I started taking singing classes when I was 12 years old. And so yeah, that's the moment that I've really taken singing seriously. I was practicing like at least 45 minutes a day, but every day. Like started 45 minutes and then an hour every day, like doing my exercises, everything my singing teacher was telling me to do, I was doing it every day. Practicing. And how long have you make music? How long make you music? I think there's a little typo here. I make my original music since 2017, so 2017. My first single ever was my song Queen that I released in August 2017. And then the next year in 2018, I released a little EP, Acoustic Sounds, Volume 1, because I wanted to do a Volume 2. It might come eventually. So Acoustic Sounds Volume 1 in May 2018, and then my first album in December 2018. And then yeah, so I mean it really started in 2017. So wow, it's been 6 years. Yeah, that I make my own music. So that's it. And thank you. I got some comments like, "Oh, your voice is incredible. You're so good." So thanks for all your comments. Those were not questions, but it's very, very appreciated. So yeah, now I think you know me a little bit more. If you have any other questions, if you enjoyed this video, let me know. And I'll see you guys soon. And stay tuned for the music releases that are coming your way. Bye.